right.
Hey, welcome to the Help Us Understand podcast, where we talk about a multitude of things that we don't understand. We hope that our viewers can help us understand. We go and talk from scary things to conspiracies to things that piss us off, cringe us.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Talk about everything. I am Zach.
I'm Josh.
And welcome aboard, folks. We got a heck of a show. We've been idle for 2 weeks.
Well, you went on a cruise.
I went on a cruise, then got a cold.
And then you got back and were fucking sick.
Yeah, well, that's expected.
Is it?
Which let's that's a good way to start.
Well,
this
hang on.
out.
How was the cruise?
It was fantastic.
And you ate your body weight in food every day?
I literally ate my body weight in food every day.
That's typically...
Like, imagine, on a normal day, an average person wakes up, they have maybe a breakfast sandwich or maybe some eggs,
bowl
sausage,
of cereal.
or a bowl of cereal. That's their breakfast. Lunch, a sandwich, a side, a drink. Dinner, same thing. He might have, potatoes, steak.
Meat.
Let me tell you, this is just one day.
I know what you had for breakfast.
For breakfast, I made multiple sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches.
Well, like smoked salmon.
No, actually, they didn't have any.
They didn't have smoked
salmon.
salmon?
That was the one thing that pissed me off.
Oh.
Multiple bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
Okay.
I would have other pastries because they would have that there.
Okay.
I
Like a
would
good
have
pastry.
a side of bacon because
Why
not? I would have multiple cups of juice. And then I would have like a side of fruit because I was like, I needed something here.
That's not... I've seen you eat more at breakfast.
Multiple sandwiches.
Oh.
For lunch, I would go to the sandwich shop and have a Reuben sandwich, a hot dog with chili, and a tomato basil sandwich.
They had a sandwich shop?
Oh, yeah. They can make tons, any kind of sandwiches.
See, on the cruises that
That's
I've
what
been on,
I
they
like.
didn't have that.
That's what I like. Then, that was the sandwich shop. Then I'd go to the actual open bar area
Mm-hmm.
and go, they got some potatoes here. They got pizza. And I'd eat more. I would eat to the point where I was like, I'm going to throw up. Now I'm good.
Right, okay.
And then I'd wait a few more hours and then there's dinner.
Yeah.
But in between, I'd go get ice cream.
Right. You got to have
So,
ice cream.
I literally ate my body weight.
I never eat ice cream, but for some reason when I'm on cruises, because it's there.
It's free.
It's not free. You
I mean,
fucking
it's,
paid for it.
it's part of the package.
Right.
You know?
Well, yeah, I'm going to eat whatever the fuck is part of the package. Except for I'm not going to eat mushrooms. If they're like bowl of mushrooms complimentary, be like, no, fuck no.
Yeah, really.
I'll take
So you said you'll eat anything as long as it's part of the package?
within reason. Why? What did you have in mind? Yeah.
Because, there's people that come in and clean your rooms. I was just making sure you were good.
They're like, for your trouble, sir, here is my penis.
Ow. Oh, so you went sexual. I was just saying eat.
What were you talking? Oh, eating the people?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's where my mind meant.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
That's funny. That's
but
good
no,
stuff.
it was good. It was very pleasant. The ship was old. It was Carnival. I'll say it was Carnival.
Okay.
The ship was very old. You could tell. You could definitely tell.
You went to the Bahamas?
Bahamas.
Bahama.
Yeah. Very hot, which I don't know why I do this to myself. I hate being hot. So do you.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
And when we were there was 2 times when I went, why the fuck did I do this? I
Right.
don't want to be hot. And I even got sunburned, which made it worse.
And and Zach and I and all of our families went to Alaska last year.
Yes. That was wonderful.
And it was awesome. It was so
Yeah.
cool because it was not hot, but at the same time, it was still kind of warm for Alaska.
Yeah. It was like supposed to be cold.
I know, so I still managed to be like, there's ice on top of those mountains. It should be colder than this. No, I just can't. See, that's the thing. We just went to the beach this past weekend, and it's currently the off season, and it was killer. The hottest it got was like 81 degrees.
That's
it was
not
perfect.
bad. That's not
But then at the same time, we're right in the middle of hurricane season too, so everything's affecting everything. Before we get started on that, you don't get on TikTok.
No.
Okay, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I'll say that I have an addiction to TikTok. It's my go-to social media thing. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's my niece's fault. Ava, this is your fault. I know she's going to be listening.
She's going to get you on that one.
Oh, I know that it is because she would.
She's going to be like, you're a grown man. You can
Well,
make
for the
your own
longest time,
choices.
I'd be like, I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with TikTok. But she would send me these things, these videos, and then it turned into,
why don't you just download the app?
right, because I don't want to have to keep going to a browser and all this other
Come
kind
on,
of stuff.
Josh,
So I
just push
downloaded
the
the app
button.
and but there's so much funny shit, but there's a bunch of stupid shit.
Oh, of course.
And here, and this, I'm gonna say it, but at the same time, it's funny because you and I post YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So on TikTok, if there is a video that says watch until the end, on principle, I will not. I will immediately scroll away from the video because in my head I'm like, motherfucker, you just want us to watch to the end to get the views.
And most of the time, it's something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid. Even if it's something that I'm interested in. Watch to the end to learn the meaning of life. I'm scrolling past that bitch.
Or
I'm
like,
just not.
You'll never know what this person fished out of the water.
I know.
Watch till the end
it
and
drives
find
me
it's like,
crazy.
no, I don't want to watch.
Nah, I'm not
Although
doing
I
that.
will admit, sometimes when I'm watching YouTube and those come up, I'll go, all right, I'll fucking watch.
I don't. I'll even think to myself, if it says watch to the end, I will scroll past it. Because it's just, I don't know, maybe that's like my version of writing on the bathroom wall. It's like, fuck you, society.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. But I thought about it the other day. I was like, that's really sad. I don't know. TikTok is funny, though.
Yeah.
So
back to the hurricanes. Here in our home state, North Carolina.
Yeah.
We had a very terrible Hurricane Helene.
Helena.
Pretty much just fucked the mountains. I mean, literally.
Yeah, and in any part of North Carolina, too, you speak to any North Carolinian, we're very proud of our mountains.
We are, because it's nice.
Yeah, the Appalachian Mountains are beautiful, and there's a lot of cool towns and like college towns and stuff up there that are just gone.
Yeah.
Decimated, man.
Historical buildings, villages. Man. I mean,
yeah, I hate it. I mean,
I was looking at the Biltmore because I was like, oh God, like what happened to the Biltmores? They didn't sustain hardly any damage.
So the actual house is fine, but the village got flooded really bad.
The actual village down there did, but like the Biltmore estates only had like severe minor damage. I mean, it was nothing. So I was like, okay,
because that's like a world renowned thing.
Yeah, I mean that.
For those of you that don't know, the Biltmore estate was owned by Vanderbilt. Is that his name? The Vanderbilt guy?
Yeah, I think so.
The Biltmore estate is this huge, well, we call it a mansion.
Huge.
But the Biltmore house is, look it up. I'm not going to explain.
There you go. That was your,
just look it up.
411 on that one. Biltmore, you guys, you have no idea. Let me tell you about it. Look it up.
Look it up. You're welcome, Biltmore Estates. Either way, it's very precious to North Carolinians, and it's very historical.
Just the mountains as a whole. Yeah. I was looking at that one place that I've been dying to go to. It's called Omni Grove Park. It is a spa, basically, in the mountains.
Really?
And it's made out of stone. The whole resort's made out of stone. It looks amazing. They're out of commission for months.
Oh, dude.
And I was just like, damn it, man. Of course, I don't know if I would have went, but
I mean,
want to. But it's just like, I wanted to go.
That's one thing you've always tried to talk me into going to a massage place or a spa place.
Let me tell you.
And I've never have. I don't know why.
That's what we're doing this coming weekend.
Is that what we're going to do this weekend?
You are getting a massage.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I mean, really, it's.
I remember. Okay,
once you break, I keep when people bring this up, you have to break past the barrier. Your barrier of my self-confidence. Like I don't want someone touching me.
So, of the things that people consider relaxing or something to relax your body, one of the only things that does that is a hot tub. A hot tub will do that. Okay. Right. But then there's other spa stuff that I don't understand. Like, I remember years ago at the YMCA, they had a steam room. And people were like, after you go to the gym, go to the steam room.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I sat there for a couple minutes and really tried to like get into it. And then after a while, I was like, I'm just sweating. I was like, it's hot and fucking sweaty. Like, I don't get it. I was sweating in the gym.
It's a mindset thing.
I mean, it's always fairly easy for me to, I'm so chill-minded that I can cut my mind off fairly easily. So I can just kind of be like, all right, whatever. But I mean, in that case, I just couldn't do it. I was like, I'm fucking hot. I don't like it.
Yeah, but with the massage, you could do it just like fucking whatever. This trained professional is going to literally grind the muscles to relax them. I mean, that's basically what it is. And that's why they give you water and stuff afterwards, because they're like, you basically went through a workout just now without feeling like
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no.
Start with like a scalp and upper shoulder and upper back massage.
Scalp?
Yeah.
They're going to massage my head?
Yes. They'll get all in there with their fingertips and just do that. Let me tell you, man.
I need to get a haircut.
You know when you rub like a dog or a cat and their eyes just roll in the back of their head? That's what you would look like.
Well, I start purring?
Drooling at the mouth.
Sir, are you okay?
Worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah.
I mean, it's worthwhile. It's good time.
Yeah,
I'm
open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the mountains, though, that's rough. I hate it. I mean, we're thinking about everybody that's having issues. If you're out west, and I mean, I doubt you're listening because nobody has internet. And I know some people that are living out there, and they just now It was 9 days after the hurricane hit when they got power back.
And that's not everywhere.
No,
there's
there's
some
still a
areas
lot of places,
I mean, some
yeah.
things they don't even have homes.
No, that's what
Homes
I'm
are
saying.
gone.
Homes were washed away.
It's rough.
I mean, it's rough. And then, of course, Hurricane Milton is the one that just hit Florida. And then there's more out there. Milton.
It's a good one to say, real strong.
Fuck off.
Thankfully, though, I did see that it was like Category 4, and by the time the hurricane hit the coast of Florida, the eye of the hurricane dissipated, and it went right down to a 1, like instantly.
Yeah, because I know they had some flooding, and a lot of people were without power, but it wasn't as devastating as they were
Right,
expecting.
like if it stayed a 4 and just went,
Right.
I mean, it would have just destroyed everything.
Well, just how they're all traveling up the East Coast like they are, too. I mean, there's like 2 more out there now that are developing.
It's fantastic.
God knows where they're going to go.
Goodness, but I mean the mountains.
Yeah. Well, because
I mean-
it just missed us. Like it got up to South Carolina and then
Could you imagine?
and went west. Oh, if it hit us and we flooded like
God, I mean,
that. Yeah, but you got to think too. Banner Elk, where we stayed that
Yeah.
one time, right next to a river.
right?
You know,
they got
so that's
flooded
where.
out.
Oh,
yeah.
terrible, real bad. I
Terrible
don't know.
stuff. The people are in our thoughts, prayers.
Oh yeah.
I know there's a lot of donations. I mean, every fucking grocery store in our town
Yeah.
and around
We're doing it at work.
was out of water for a good week. 'Cause, I mean, and there was a mix there. There was one, we had the strike happening, which was the port strike. And then we had North Carolina going under fucking
And then the port
water.
strike, everybody went and bought like were people going to shit more during the strike? I don't understand why everybody panic buys toilet
I'm
paper.
upset I have to take a shit.
Well, I just don't understand. Like panic buying water, granted, something that you need to survive. But panic buying toilet paper, like I mean, I just don't like. And that's not an imported product. We make that here.
But see, the problem is because people are so stupid, I knew they were going to do that and went and got a roll.
I mean, we had just gone to
I got
Costco and got
package.
a roll. We went and got a roll.
We had one roll. Just one. It's enough for a month.
Last half a day at my house.
Like an hour.
Right. Well, I live with only a bunch of girls. Drives me crazy,
yeah.
and they all are just
Now here, I'd use the whole roll myself.
girls are gross, huh?
I'd use the whole roll myself in like 30 minutes. It's fine.
So fair.
No, I did because I was like, I know what's going to happen. People
they
are
did.
going to panic and buy it, and if I don't do my due diligence and get it, then there's a chance that I won't be able to get it when I actually need it. So I went and got one package.
Yeah, but the problem is too is when they do this panic buying thing, I feel compelled to do the same. Not because I'm
Right.
panicked about the same thing. I'm panicked about the stupid assholes panicking.
Panicked about the panicking.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, which I didn't do. I did not rush to the store. We went and got some stuff, and
did.
the stuff that we needed, there was nothing out of. But
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I have to wear a CPAP, so I need distilled water, and that was all out because they were sending a lot of that to the mountains. Fair enough.
fair.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
get that. You know, but I don't know.
Put club soda in there. It'll be fine.
Breathe in club soda. Wake up. I can't imagine.
That would be terrifying. You'd just be sleeping and you like
Unflavored club soda.
you just have a wall of bubbles in your mouth.
No, I'll do Sprite or something. It's got to be flavored
Coke.
something. Oh. I love Coke. Let me ask you this, switching to another topic. You and I use the word bruh sarcastically.
Fair.
Right, we don't use it in normal conversation.
bruh?
What up, bruh?
Yeah.
Bruh, what's up, bruh? Bro. All right, well, I was just, I sometimes at work I'll listen to these YouTube videos, and sometimes they'll pop up of these like young people like fighting each other, or like what up, bro? What you gonna do, bro? Come on, bro, come at me. And I swear to God, I watched a video the other day, and in a 2-minute video, these two guys must have said it 86 times.
Oh my God.
And then I watched another video of it was like some cheat, like I just let it play.
Yeah.
Some video of a girl getting caught cheating, and the boy like had her phone, and she was calling him bro. And I'm like, what does that word mean now? Does that not mean brother? Is that not short for brother? Am I just older than fuck?
I think it's more or less used in multiple terms. It's bruh as in
Bruh.
bro,
Right.
or brother, or bruh as in bitch, like bruh, kind of like in a bitchy way, like bitch,
I
like,
guess.
bitch, what?
I don't know. I was just watching those videos, and I was like, these kids are not speaking. They don't articulate anything. They're repeating the same word over and over again. And, you know, we're having Ava on the show at some point. Because she's going to explain to us
we need it.
the Gen Z or Gen X or whatever they're fucking called.
I saw
dictionary.
a word today, gringy.
Gringy?
Yeah, it was like cringy, but Gree, greengy.
Gringy, what does it mean?
It was like, oh, they're doing the greengy, and I was like, stop.
Explain.
Stop. Like every fucking 2 months, it's a whole new dictionary.
Right, it's stupid. I don't get it. And it's funny because I was bitching to somebody who, like somebody that I grew up with, and they were like, not to the extent that young people today do, but we used to do the same shit. And I was like, say what? And they were like, some things. Like, I mean, we used to say, we didn't make up stuff.
No.
We would hear things
Not
on
that
TV and
fast.
repeat it.
Right.
Like, I was, Ava ridiculed me for, I used to say gnarly when I was younger.
Fair.
And she was like, y'all just do it. I was like, gnarly has been around forever.
One word, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a word that we made up or anything
But
like
think about the kids fighting that you saw. Imagine how much your blood would boil if someone just kept going, bruh. What up, bruh? Come on, bruh. 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 Bruh.
It'd be
Hey,
hard
bruh.
for me to
like,
not hit
you'd be
them.
like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'd be like, get away from me.
Yeah, like,
I don't get
I think
it.
it just antagonizes it more.
Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, is that really what it is now to like, you like, like in the wild, a gorilla would, like fucking show themselves and get beard. And now we have all these fucking guys that are like, bruh, come at me, bruh. I'll fuck you up, bruh. I don't know.
People are just ignorant. They think that they can't be touched. Like, I remember I saw a video just the other day. It was on X, formerly known as Twitter.
The salon?
No.
Oh,
there was this kid. It was a white guy. He was probably mid-20s. He was pretending like he was cool. Okay, he was in New York. He was pretending he was cool. He was on a bus.
Right.
And he was rapping out loud and like looking at the guys across from him and like rapping in their face, kind of like, yeah, well, like kind of doing it like that. But he wasn't really.
But to piss them off?
Yeah, to kind of irritate them.
Right.
And they kept threatening him like, you better fucking stop.
Yeah.
You better fucking stop. Well, later on, the video skips, and one of the guys, who was a black guy, he was standing there, and he had a knife, and he goes, you ain't gonna cut me. You ain't gonna stab me. And I'm sitting here going, are you that fucking ignorant?
Right.
That you think that a man with a weapon in front of you isn't gonna touch you because you're being annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Then it skips. He has a stab wound on his shoulder. He's bleeding. And all of a sudden, he's real white again now. He's holding on going, help!
Oh, Jesus.
Call 911!
Yeah.
And I was like, you dumb bitch.
It's fucking stupid.
And people were like, see, it's dangerous in New York. And I was like, he was being annoying.
Obnoxious idiot kid, yeah.
He fucking almost deserved it. I mean, I don't think he should have gotten stabbed, but maybe punched across the face once to be like, shut the fuck up.
Well, this whole trend of like prank videos on TikTok and YouTube and all that kind of stuff, they're going to do it to the wrong person one time, and they're going to get their fucking head rocked. Like there's these fucking OnlyFans whores that go on that fucking go up to random people clearly with girlfriends, and be like, hey, you wanna go out? What's your number? Kind of thing. And it's like,
or that escalator one where they'll grab their
hand. Yeah, like I don't understand. What are you trying to?
You are tempting.
You're just trying to piss people off.
Yeah.
Like if you're now, I could get if you're trying to get people to subscribe to your OnlyFans. How is that doing that?
You're risking your life. Literally,
I mean,
you're gonna have the wrong hoe,
right?
And it gonna stab you.
And like I saw
neck.
one the other day where this OnlyFans girl was randomly going up to guys like sitting on benches and stuff and sitting on their laps. And here's what pisses me off about that, because you know how I feel about double standards. Imagine a guy doing that to girls.
Right? Yo, 100% arrested.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Now, I wouldn't be bothered if some girl come and sat up in my lap, but just based on principle, just to prove a point, I would file a fucking sexual harassment suit.
Would you?
Fuck yes, I would. Just to be like, that's not okay. You don't get to fucking do that.
Yeah, I mean it's.
And again, it wouldn't bother me. Like it wouldn't be, ooh, bitch, get off me. It wouldn't be anything like that. It wouldn't be anything like that. It's the fact that they think.
No, they would sit there and you go, thank you, but you realize I'm going to file charges, right?
What, as polite as I am? Pardon me, madam.
Excuse me, beg your pardon.
Please remove.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Be gone, thought. As the kids would say. No, I mean, really, the point is, to me, is it's just, why do you think that's okay? I'm tired of the double standards when it comes to that kind of shit.
I don't know why people think, and I think it's because this generation is looking for that entertainment, like how to get the entertainment.
That's not entertaining.
Because it's not.
Well, not to us,
it is entertaining, but the problem is it's risking their life. I saw another one where this guy in the hood, he literally said in the hood, had his whole body covered up except for his eyes, and he was giving them the death stare. He was walking by giving gangsters, that was the what was in quote, the death stare. He was looking at them like real hard, and they were like, You good? You good? And he just kept staring. He wouldn't speak. And then eventually he started laughing like, it's just a prank. And I'm going, you will get shot.
They will shot you. They will shot you.
They will shoot you.
Now,
yes, you will get shot.
Just to clarify, when Zach said gangster, there was quote fingers.
Yeah. Well, that was what was in the video.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
He actually labeled it as gangsters.
Why do you, I mean,
why would you do that?
I don't know. Why would you take that? I mean, that's just
you
too
think
risky.
You're just that big of a person that you're like, ain't nobody gonna actually shoot me. I'm just messing with them.
I mean,
it's foolish.
It's sad. It's desperate.
It is. Yeah.
It's desperate. Like these girls walking up to people and being like, "Hey, what would you rate me in from scale of 1 to 10?" 1, because you're fucking coming up and asking me this goddamn question. Like, who are you? Get away from me! Like that shit pisses me
I hate
right
that
off.
shit. I mean, it's just there's such a starving for attention to
Yes.
make money.
It's really sad.
We need to get back to where everybody's got to work in a fucking steel mill or something because
I don't know about that far.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if neither one of us can fucking do that.
I'm saying we'd have to. Like we got to get people back into fucking working a regular job.
I guess,
like,
or not getting paid as much for that kind of shit.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, because those OnlyFans models are making millions.
It makes me want to throw up.
It makes me want to. It makes me want to sell feet pics. Let's be honest. If it's that guy. Now, granted, I'm a big hairy man. I don't know how many people were. I mean, there's probably some out there that might want to see my feet. Doubtful.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I'm just saying, if it's that goddamn easy for people to make money, and
it is. That's the problem. The problem is all you have to do is let go of your pride. That's it.
I suppose.
That's it. A little bit of your morals.
Most of them didn't have it to begin with,
and you're good. I mean, it's so unfortunate because people like us, we wake up every day. We get dressed, we get ready, we go into work for whatever business we're working for.
Right.
We're in the building, we're putting our heart and dedication in for the most part.
Right.
And we're working to just earn a living, right? Or to work our way up so that we can have more money.
Right.
When really, you and I, if we just got rid of all of our morals and all of our pride and just decided to join in on this whole train, which FYI I will never do, and just be naked in front of a camera, we could probably make, even in the current state of condition our bodies are in,
doubtful.
We could probably make double what we're making at our normal
job.
What
am I called in the gay community? A bear?
I don't know why you know that.
Because I've been called one before.
A bear?
Yeah, it's big fat bearded guys. And then the little clean shaven ones are called twinks. Isn't that right?
I'm speechless. I'm very concerned that you know these terms so well.
I know my shit, man.
Okay.
At one point, I did have a few good friends that were in the gay community.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I was going to say?
I did not know. I was very concerned.
God, I wish I could have seen how big his eyes got. That's too fucking funny.
I was like, when you started to say,
I used to at one point.
I used to at one point dabble in the community.
I'm a previous bear. A former bear. All right, but let me be clear. So let me be clear. I am not trying to sit here all high and mighty and pretend like I'm better than anybody, because if that's how you want to make money and it really doesn't bother you because of your morals and stuff, cool. You and I both know. Well, no. I used to know a girl that worked in that kind of industry. She worked at a strip club, and she was as sweet and as kind as she possibly could be. She was such a good person. I'm not saying that those people are not good people. I'm simply saying that if you do that and you're going out and you're trying to affect people's relationships and do all that kind of fucked up prank bullshit, that's a problem. And I don't agree with that's how you're making your living, because for me, I'm still in that mindset of modesty is a good thing.
How sustainable is it, though?
Financially?
Yeah.
Very sustainable.
I mean, in the short term.
If you can save
eventually you'll get old.
If you can, of course you can, but if you can make that much money and not go crazy and spend all of it, I'd say you could retire
I
early.
would put my next paycheck on 80 to 85% of these women are flauntlessly spending their money.
Oh, yeah.
Without a care in the world.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hardly any of them are saving any of it.
Or they're not spending their money because there's, what do they call it nowadays? Simps. There's these simps that will fly them out.
You're going to put me into a position. I fucking hate this conversation. This pisses me off. These
guys, because there's a small chance that they might be able to get somewhere with these girls, that they're buying them dinners, they're flying them places, they're taking them on fucking vacations and shit. I mean, it's fucked up. They're not spending any of their money.
Right now, my body is slowly like a thermometer building with rage because I've had this conversation before, and it just, I don't understand there's terms for this. Yeah. I've learned there's terms for this. It's a pig. What's it? Oh fuck! Come on. It's like a pay pig. It's a pay pig.
Pay pig.
That's what these simps are. They essentially give money to women, and they have zero contact with them. Zero, none whatsoever.
Right.
But they might know where they live. And they'll go and drop off money and gifts at their front door, knowing that they're never allowed to enter.
Just for return of what? Pictures or something?
Or just to be that close to
Or
them.
a text.
We need to walk around and bitch slap every fucking one of these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
Well,
that's just...
Yes.
Innately in your core, that has to be wrong.
Yes, I agree, but at the same time, there's a little bit of feeling sorry for them, because how desperate do you need to be needed?
Shit.
How desperately do you need to be in a relationship or feel like that you're loved or wanted in some kind of way that you'd be willing to do that?
Nah, fuck that shit. I'll feel pity. Nah, fuck you. How much money they probably throw into that? Yeah. I'll take it. Throw it my way.
Yeah, but you're not going to give them what they give them.
I will give them what they need.
No, you fucking won't. Because what they need,
what they need is to be a man. Grow the fuck up. God.
Oh, me. Yeah.
The amount of money that I've heard and seen that is outflowing from these people, these pig men, is disgusting.
Yeah.
It could financially free my family for the next 10 generations.
Right.
I mean, oh my God. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm so sick and tired of these.
Oh, calm.
See, I told you. The
Zen.
thermometer was at like 100.1.
Zen.
God damn it. I'm changing the topic because it's gonna.
Well, just one more thing about it. Just one more thing that gets me about it. I don't know if any of this is just real video, like if the responses that they're getting are legit. But these OnlyFans girls will go up to people and be like, "An hour with me, or $10,000."
10 grand.
And some people, and then some of the guys were like, "Oh, do a little spin for me. Let me see you." And it wouldn't even be a fucking second for me. I'd be like, $10,000 right fucking now.
Like, I mean, like the value. That's the problem. The value of money. Like, are you fucking joking me?
I mean, $10,000 would be
anyone on the planet right now could come up to me and I'm talking anyone. It could be the president. It could be whom I'm trying to think of someone that like I would be like, fucking Abe Lincoln or something could rise from the dead and walk up to my front door.
It was like an hour with me or $10,000.
Yeah, and I would sit there and go, I'll take the money because
what? Sorry, an hour with Abraham Lincoln for what? Sexual favors? What are you talking about?
Just to like catch up, chat, find out about what
I mean, that would
really happened.
I mean, that would be cool, but
sure, but I'll take the 10 grand.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
That's my point.
I'm not talking about catching up with a historical figure.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like to me, that would be a big deal. If someone were to be like, Abe Lincoln's going to rise from the dead and come see you, I'd be like, oh, I got to put on my tux. You know?
Like, you don't have a tux.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
A tuxedo with a cummerbund?
No, I think I have an old suit.
That's
maybe.
a suit. That's a different.
All right, whatever.
I digress. Well, God. The only person that I would hesitate with the answer would be like if Natalie Portman come up to me and ask me that question. But then after a while, I'd be like, Natalie, you know, you're cute, and you know, well, she.
But the 10 grand could really help.
I mean, I could really use $10,000.
But that's the problem. The value of money. Like people value experiences over money nowadays. Like money is not as important. There's always a way to get money, but there's not always a way to have an experience. And I think that's the thought process behind a lot of that generation.
Well, but it depends on like if somebody came to me and was like, "We're gonna go scuba diving at the Grand fucking Coral Reef or whatever it's called in Australia."
Grand Coral
What's
Reef.
it called?
I don't fucking know.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or $10,000, be like, that's a pretty cool experience. Now, in my current state, I could still use $10,000, but an hour with this fucking whore that just come up to me on the street, no, I'm good.
That's what I mean. But just in general, it's like almost any kind of question
Right.
would be, I'll take the 10 grand. You know? Now, if it was like, hey, full tour to Norway, all expenses paid and everything.
Or 10
grand. I'll take the Norway trip.
Well, that's
you
probably,
know what I mean?
probably worth 10 grand.
Right. But that's the point. It would have to be more worth than the 10
Yeah,
grand.
but I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't be the same worth in regards to monetary value. Where you would still say yes. Like 4 years.
Own a cruise ship.
Or like 4 years without allergy symptoms.
Well, okay, we're talking about health. I mean,
That's not, but that's not like a
okay, be in prime muscular condition for the next 5 years or 10 grand. I'll take the prime muscular condition for 5 years.
yeah, but what happens after the 5 years?
I guess I get fat again.
You just deflate?
But okay, 10
Nah.
grand's not going to help my body get to that point.
But you can do that on your own.
But I won't. Neither would you. That's the point. Neither would you.
Yeah,
that's the point.
But nah. What is that going to do for me for 5 years?
For you?
Yeah.
Right now, be in good shape. Like, I'm talking drop like 200 pounds, ripped, clean shape. Like, you ain't got no grays in your beard. Everything's nice. You're like crisp. Everybody's looking at you walking down the street. And you're just like,
if
hey,
it was for the rest of my life, maybe. For the next 5 years, it's not worth it.
Why?
Because it's just going to go away.
I mean,
I'm going to live this healthy lifestyle, only one day to be like, and then just fucking go back to the way it was. Nah.
But 10 grand is not going to last long either, though.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it will,
the 5 years of being perfectly fit or
Nah.
10 grand to pay off some bills.
That's it. The $10,000 all day.
We're on different pages
all
with that
fucking
one.
day.
I would take the physical fitness.
For what purposes, though? Like, what would you use the physical fitness for? You going to go climb some mountains or some shit?
Sure.
You
Feel good about myself.
You work in a fucking office.
I'll
what are you
climb
going to do?
the walls.
You're going to sit at your desk and be like, and flex and be like, look at this shit.
I wouldn't need to because I don't have to keep up with the muscles.
Nah, fuck that. That's not worth it.
You see what I mean? There's just, hey, Zach, can you go get this? Yeah. I mean, it's worthwhile to me.
Yeah, right. And then 5 years and 1 day, you go to work. Zach, you look like shit, man.
I'm like,
what
yeah,
the fuck
that was
happened?
it. It was only 5 years long. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
And I'll be right there on the other side. I already had spent that $10,000.
And still in debt.
No.
And still wasn't healthy.
No, I might have gotten through it. I don't know. That to me, somebody'd have to give me something.
Speaking of money.
Oh God.
Speaking of money.
Yeah.
I was watching some videos. Surprise, surprise. Mm-hmm. This person was going through this little rant, and I was like, damn. So I'm gonna go through the rant with you. Okay.
Okay.
So Josh, you work at a job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your job pays you money,
Right.
right? When you get that money, it comes taxed because they tax you on your paycheck.
Right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take your money and you go out and you, let's say, gift somebody $200 on Venmo. Okay? Just because you owe them money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now their Venmo says that they've earned more than $600 in the year. They're now taxed on the $200 that you just gave them as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's included in the tax. Well, now the $200 that you just gave them, now it's going to be taxed the next tax time, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go spend that $200 at the grocery store, which they then have to pay
Sales tax.
And depending on what state you live in, there's other taxes involved.
Right.
The owner of that store then gets that money and records it and files it and is taxed on it for income.
Yeah.
And then when he pays his employee, it's taxed again to the employee. You see how fucked we are?
I get it, dude. I get it. I totally get it.
So goddamn bad.
I get it. I know what you're saying, but and granted, tax dollars do normally go to good things, but I will
Not
say,
anymore.
without getting political, I will say recently they haven't gone where I would put it necessarily,
Right.
especially considering, all the weather issues we've been having and,
Yeah.
Inflation and all
Let's
that
not
kind
worry
of stuff.
about our people drowning. Let's worry about other people.
Right.
Oh, man. But that just, the amount of times that
things are taxed.
currency, the money you just got out of your paycheck was just taxed 6 times back to the next employee.
So I saw a guy, he was talking about it too. He was like, think about it. He said, there's not one person in this entire country that owns their house. And he said, let me explain why.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, because you pay it off completely, right?
Yep.
But you're still going to pay property tax. And if you don't if you don't pay property taxes, they can take your fucking house from you.
Yep.
So do you ever really own your house?
No.
Right. I mean, I never thought of that.
It's nuts.
Until it's,
I mean, it's just, we preach as a country how good we are, and we were at one point. The United States was above and beyond the expectations of the world.
Right.
We've now leveled ourselves with most of the Class A countries in the world.
I'd say we're still above. I mean, I'd say we're still better than most.
I think that's depending on where you live in the United States.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
other places in the world, it's just the same. You have the slums and you have the rich areas.
Yeah, but
people are doing fine.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the country as a whole. You know me, I'm not very patriotic, but at the same time,
yeah.
But at the same time, I think we are the freest country. I mean, everybody talks about immigration and all that stuff, which is
how so compared to Finland?
I don't know. I've never lived in Finland.
Any one of the northern European countries. How more free are we than they are right now?
I don't know. I don't know anything about their policies or anything.
There's not.
But are they more free than we are?
They're about the same. That's what I mean. We were up here, and I'm using my hands.
In regards to what?
In regards to freedom and ability to do what you want. Whatever you want.
Yeah, but there's got to be a line. Like, what can we not do now that we used to be able to do?
I don't know that there is a line. I'm saying other countries have now come up to where we were. They have now. There's still some countries that are still down there, but a lot of countries have slowly moved up towards that line of freedom to the point where, really, if you went to another country, there's differences, but that line of freedom, I can still do what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
You and I could do a podcast. I can still play video games for as long as I want to. I still would have to pay for internet.
Right.
Although in other countries, they might not have to pay for healthcare. It automatically comes out.
Right.
In other countries, I may be able to go to the grocery store and just buy whatever I want to, except a lot of those stores are regulated by robots and automatic shit, whereas here I still have people checking
but that's not free. That's not encroaching on our encroaching.
Then what's freedom?
What's freedom?
Yeah.
To be able to live your life without being told not to do something within limits. What are we told not to do?
Kill, commit crimes.
Right. I'm cool with being told.
So are other countries, though.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
What are you allowed to not do there? I mean, it's no different. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say is our level of freedom.
So for us to get back above the other countries, as you're saying, what would we need to do differently?
We have to have a standard.
Like what? Like, give me an example.
Like, our crime would have to be almost non-existent.
Yeah, but I don't see a way of I don't see a way of doing that.
Well, you and I have talked about some of the ways.
Oh, we've talked about. I know.
Yeah, we've talked about some of the ways.
We've talked about some things.
Bring back stoning, public hanging.
You're right.
Those types of things.
I certainly think it would discourage a lot of crime.
in people when they're trying to commit crimes.
Yes, I certainly think it would discourage a lot of crime.
But see, that's the problem. You have other countries that their crime rate is lower, which brings their standard up. If you're telling me I can go to Sweden, and I can go there and I can have the same stuff that I have here. I was like, what are you doing?
I can't see it.
I was like, we can go there. We can have the same food, except maybe it'll be a little bit healthier because it's not filled with so many fucking garbage pieces of shit that we put our food in.
Right. Tastes good, though.
I could still live in a house, maybe a third of the size, not a third, 3/4 of the size of this house. It wouldn't be quite as big.
Yeah.
I could still have a job. I could still do my job there. I could still access the internet. I still have a phone. I can still choose to go out on walks, go to the park, hang out with friends, go drinking at bars. I still have the choice to do anything except for crime. That's the same that I have here.
Yeah, but what causes crime, though?
I don't know.
I mean, I think everybody
out on that.
I think everybody would have a not an answer, but an opinion in what causes crime.
Sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're talking about Sweden, a much smaller country where the need is a lot smaller than what we have here. Something like Finland, same thing.
Fair.
And granted, I will agree with you when it comes to, how much people are having to pay for housing, how much people are having to pay for basic stuff like healthcare and stuff. All of that stuff is gouged to hell. Prescription drugs and all that kind of stuff. I will say that's fucked up of us.
Right.
And we're not the only country that does that.
Right.
But at the same time, that is fucked up. But it doesn't have nothing to do with freedom.
Take Japan, for instance.
Okay.
Japan right now is probably one of the safest places to go.
Yes.
And it's one of the cleanest places to go. When you go, the streets are
trash
clean.
nowhere.
And you know what? It's the most peaceful places to go because the people made it that way.
Well, that's culture. Their culture.
That's their culture.
Yeah.
We fucked ourselves with our culture.
Well, but there's also a bunch of different cultures, and I think a lot of them clash over here sometimes.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe there shouldn't be so many cultures. I mean,
well, how the hell are you going to change that, though?
Stop changing the standard for every single culture.
But you can't change a standard for...
A country is a country because they stand for something, right?
Well, yeah.
When you go to Japan, who do you have there? Mostly Japanese people.
Yeah, but...
But you do have a lot of... I know, you do have a lot of mixed races that stay there as well. But you know what they have to do?
What?
They have to learn Japanese.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this,
Okay?
and we need to tread softly.
I know. I understand. They have to learn Japanese. Not only that, but they have to respect the culture there.
Yeah.
They have to be clean as well.
Right.
They have to respect that when there's elderly people around, you need to honor and respect the elderly. Let them go first.
Right.
Because you're acknowledging that they've lived that life and that they need a little extra care. They have places where you can go and be quiet or places that you can go and be happy and spend time with cats and people don't bother you. I know that's a weird example.
Yeah, but also...
Here,
yeah.
you have states, but then you have, like you said, a multitude of cultures, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But the standard culture that America was built on, when the United States of America, has been blurred.
But I think it would have anyways.
I think over time.
Something. Now, granted, Japan is very rich when it comes to its heritage and its culture and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of what happened, years and years and years ago, has carried over to present day.
Yeah.
I get that, but at the same time, though, Japan is an island. It's not connected to any. Right? In Japan, an island.
Yeah.
It's not connected to anything. It doesn't share a border with anything. We do. We share a border. We share a border with a country that's connected to all of Central America. Not much in between going down to South America and Canada.
Right, and I get that. I get that we're connected. I understand. But, but there still should be the value. The value should uphold the standard.
Right.
It can be somewhat moved, but just like same thing in Finland. When we were looking at Finland back in 2020 when COVID was going on, I was like, we should move to Finland.
Yeah, for sure.
The only requirements, you have to know the language and you have to have a job.
Right.
Otherwise, they take care of you.
Yeah.
Like you are quiet. You're part of their society. It's very welcoming. They're very friendly. You just have to adapt to the weather.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
America, come on in. Fuck everybody and go kill somebody and you'll be fine. That's the problem.
Is immigration an issue? Yes. I don't know what the answer is.
But I don't think that was the root cause of what's been going on.
What do you mean?
I don't think immigration was the root cause. I think it was allowing people to manipulate and change the cultures of areas in the country, which has spread outwards.
Well, that would have been, but that would have initially been because of immigration.
I mean, if you root it back,
that's the introduction of different cultures into an already existing culture.
Somewhat. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like I think immigration to an extent is a good thing, but vetting doesn't happen the way it's supposed to.
Right. Yeah. That's
to suggest that any one group of people is full of murderers or rapists or something is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
But do they exist in each culture?
100%.
Yeah, and you can't be sure. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get what people are saying, not necessarily what this administration or the last administration was saying. This is supposed to be a funny podcast. What the hell are we doing? Wow!
I brought us into taxes, and we went
every week.
hole.
Every week, I'm like, "What are we going to talk about on this week's show?" And Zach inevitably at some point will be like, "Well, bring up a little politics." And I'm always very careful to be like, "No, we're not going to do that."
That's a lie.
And you
we
fucking
both
beat
try
me.
to stay away from it.
You won.
We're getting close to the election. We're going to end up bringing this up by the time the election.
Oh, we're going to have to talk about the election.
We are.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now it's a shit show.
So we'll do some spooky episodes, and then we'll do an election episode and be mad.
The election episode will be spooky as fuck. And I still want to get together and drink on election night. We're going to vote. We're going to vote, and then we're coming back here or my house or whatever, and we're getting fucked up.
Because these dumbasses are probably going to start killing people over their fucking beliefs.
You're not going to go out on election day?
Nah, I'm going to vote early. I'm not doing that.
I've never done that before. I
haven't either, but I'm going to do it. Yeah. Because instinctively, my thought is someone's going to, on either party, who are you voting for? I mean,
you are out of your fucking mind.
I know that sounds nuts, but the way the country is going...
The tension is there. The tension is there 100%.
Yes.
I just don't... You know
It'll
what?
happen.
And I hope to God you're wrong.
I know. I hope so, too.
I hope to God you're wrong. But you are right in the way that regardless of who wins this election, the other side is going to overreact.
Oh, 100%.
It doesn't matter who wins.
Yep.
If she wins, his side is going to freak the fuck out. If he wins, her side is going to freak the fuck
100%.
out. You know, and hell, I might even request off work that day.
I'm not.
I don't want to go out and all that bullshit.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to sit in my bedroom watching.
I live 3 minutes from
watching
my
Family
job.
Guy holding my Glock.
I'll work.
I mean,
I will literally go to work and just be like, okay,
well,
what are we doing?
yeah, what's on the agenda today?
Got 3 minutes.
What are they serving in the break room?
Yeah, really. Jesus.
All right, well, needless to say, this episode was all over the fucking place. So I don't know what we're going to fucking call it. But either way, it was still a good one. It was good to get back and record. It's been about 3 weeks since we recorded our last episode.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, because before then, my mom was sick, and I had been around her,
Yes.
so we didn't want to get y'all sick because y'all were about
cruise,
to go on the cruise.
and
You went on the
sick.
cruise, and then you fucking came back and was sick and didn't want to get me sick.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't record.
So we'll record again a couple days from now.
Yeah, for sure.
Monday or something like that.
Yeah, because we're...
You can call back up for the 7th viewer that just joined us. So
Oh, yeah. Welcome, Tanya.
yeah.
But I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything we need to wrap up. If you have any questions, anything you want to hear us talk about, any opinions, are we stupid? Are we funny? Are we just complete idiots? Please send us an email at helpuspod,
yes.
helpuspod@gmail.com. You can find us, help us out. Help us.
Every time.
I always forget what the show's
God.
called. Help Us Understand Podcast on YouTube. We're also on Spotify and iTunes. Eventually trying to get on to the rest of the podcasting
We need
platforms.
shirts.
To sell to our 3 listeners.
To wear.
Oh,
I saw, and you know what? It really captured me. This is the last point I'll make.
Okay.
On the cruise, actually getting onto the cruise, I never saw this woman the rest of the time.
Hmm.
But it was this older black lady. And she was she was by herself
Right.
going on a cruise. But she had a shirt on, and it was her on there, a whole picture of her, and it said, "Morning Coffee with Brenda." And it said at YouTube.
And it
I was-
promoted-
it was
and it
her
promoted her-
It was her channel. And I was
that's
like, that's
a good
cool.
idea. Now, I'm not going to wear a shirt with my picture on it, but it could
With our
probably, it can
logo.
say, I can have our logo.
You know what I'm
on it,
saying?
yeah.
Like I was like, you know what? She's proud of what she does.
And
She's
people would-
advertising.
yeah.
I didn't even looked it up real quick. She had like 1,000 subscribers.
Nice,
Not
okay.
too bad. But I was like, that's pretty good. You know, that's you're going on a cruise. Why not promote yourself?
Coffee Talk with Brenda.
Yeah.
Was that what it was, though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Coffee Talk with Brenda.
There you go.
Yeah,
Probably
well,
never will see this.
We'll,
That's fine.
we'll totally come on your show if you promote us, too. We'll definitely talk. We'll do like a little joint thing.
Coffee probably indicates morning and
We're not morning
not
people?
morning people. No,
Well, we have to be for work, but
it's true. Yeah,
I have been drinking a lot of coffee lately, though. I like coffee.
just caffeine.
Are you still Monster Energy drinks every fucking day?
Oh no, probably 2 or 3 a week, maybe.
That's still too many.
Nah, not enough. All right. Well, anyway, appreciate y'all listening in.
Yep.
We'll stay tuned. We'll be sending out another episode in a few days.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
So, yeah. But that was it.
That's it
I
for this
was
week.
Zach.
I was Josh.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.